Ian and I are just trying to find a minute to ourselves.
How about another date tonight?
And afterward, satin, slippery like an eel. Leah! You're welcome. Shave everything.
I don't know if I can be fair with this or not, because I didn't see the first My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I saw that terrible Photoshop job on that poster. I said, I ain't gonna see this shit. And what I do know is that this came out in 2002. It was a surprise hit. Starred this woman. What was the name of the
Nia Vardalos?
Nia Vardalos, who plays Tula in the movie. You know, she's a Greek girl, and they made this movie to kind of give people a warning of what it'll be like if you marry a Greek person.
Right.
Because you don't marry a Greek person, you marry the family.
A Greek family.
And why I didn't see the movie, they said that's what it was about. How is this guy going to deal? Who was her husband in the film?
John Corbett.
Yeah, how's he going to deal with all these relatives just popping up every day?
Climbing up his ass.
Climbing up his ass. Really, he shits Greek people when he goes to the bathroom. Now, Tula has returned. I'm going to show you a little bit of the trailer right here because the clips they gave, they don't show you a whole lot. I'm not going to show the whole trailer, but, you know, I can tell you about Tula and her situation, her family, and what's going on with her 14 years later, but I'll let her tell you for herself.
A long time ago, I had a big, fat Greek wedding. Now my daughter is all grown up. Hope you applied to some local colleges, too.
Why do parents always say dream big when they really mean not too big?
Ian and I are just trying to find a minute to ourselves.
How about another date tonight?
And afterward, satin, slippery like an eel. Leah! You're welcome. Shave everything.
You look pretty.
Oh, look at that. I mean, they're having sex in cars and everything. Life can't be all that bad, right? No. Hell no. The reason why is because, look, in the movie, they're telling you all the time how, you know, the big important message is no matter how crazy or invasive your family is, no matter how strange, goofy, or quirky your family is, you know what? They're always family. And no, hell no, these people are fucking sick. These people are mentally ill. These people here in this movie, they stalk each other. This isn't that love for people in this movie is to always be at your house. It's to always be up in your business. It's to always control everything you do. And the funny thing about the movie, they talk about love is family. No, love in this family is crushing each other's dreams. They have not one, but two monologues in this movie where they talk about how I gave up everything because my family wanted me to stay. My family didn't want me to go. I feel like I'm betraying my family if I leave. And when you watch this, it's the most depressing thing because they make it seem like, oh, they can crush my dreams as long as we love each other. This is fucking sick. These people seriously, the movie, they live next door to each other. They still a scene where they drive down the street, 3 houses down, they're neighbors. They come up in your house every time you take a shit. They stand at the door just looking at you. I mean, it's fucking
You're not
weird.
eating enough vegetables.
Yeah. Your stool is too orange. I mean, it's weird. It's fucking weird. The only bright spot that I can see for this family is that they have a daughter. And the daughter in the movie, she's they're trying to like ruin her life too. It's just that Tula finally is becoming aware that, okay, maybe I should break this cycle. And she finally realizes, yeah, I need to let this girl go.
Am I always so close you see your shadow as two people?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm stepping back now. Go and have a great time.
Pew.
And even though I'm taking a step back,
I will always be right here.
thank you. That's been it.
Okay! Get the door going!
You know, I think and right when they have tender moments like that, the movie turns into a sitcom.
Well, yeah, sitcom is the operative word because it's like watching 3 back-to-back episodes of a TGIF sitcom from the 80s. It could, like Full House or something.
Yeah.
To the point that John Stamos makes 2 cameo appearances.
Oh, I forgot John Stamos. Yeah, he is
Greek.
in the
That's
movie.
why he's in it.
Yeah. No, Martin is right. This is an hour and a half sitcom. And the reason why is because it is a very sitcom situation that they have, and there's a
I
story.
think they tried to make a sitcom.
I was thinking that my Big Fat Greek show or something.
family or something.
I think there was something. Yeah, I remember that.
And even that didn't work. So why, 14 years later, they're trying to make a sequel to this.
Well, they figure everybody forgot. Like I only just now remembered.
And I know, I was thinking earlier today, I meant to look it up. I thought, at one point I heard that they tried to make this into a show, and it seemed like it would be perfect for it. Because what's going on here, it's all based, it's a very loose hinge of a sitcom plot. You have her mother and father. Who's the father in this?
Michael Constantine.
Yeah, and the mom, they somehow they find out that they weren't married. So they forgot to have somebody sign the marriage certificate. So they're saying, all right, well, let's go ahead and get married. Should be that easy. But mom is like, nah, you didn't propose to me the proper way back then. So this is your chance to do it now.
Really?
And they are the biggest fucking idiots for the next hour and a half. You watch these people do one. Okay, if it was a sitcom, 22 minutes, boom, we be out. We wouldn't even have time to think about how stupid this is.
Right.
But when you sit up here watching them act like fucking fools for an hour and a half, it's like, man, somebody, you almost want to yell out the screen, grow the fuck up. Somebody.
Looking at the trailers from this, it looks like a shitty episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. With Greek people instead of Italians.
Yeah, if you look at this,
It's like Greeks, or what it comes off as, Greeks are B team, a poor man's Italian.
Oh, wow.
That are just
Man, they
more,
really are.
They're just more, like, they don't have any kind of mob connections, and they're not racist, but they also are much more clingy.
yeah, they got less grease in their hair. Their chains are smaller. It's kind of fucked up in a way.
You gotta find that sweet spot between Armenian and Italian. I think we got it though.
Yeah.
I normally would say that's racist. The poor man's Italian, but that's what they are.
It comes off as.
I mean, there's moments you watch, you think they are Italian. It's like, nah, I keep forgetting that they're Greek. And when you watching this, it's even filmed and directed like a sitcom. Every scene ends badly, so they can just rush into the next thing to get it over with. The lighting in this is flat. Everything is brightly lit and cheerful. There's no mood lighting at all in this. That doesn't exist. And the only thing that I could say about this movie is that the big saving graces are, one, you have Andrea Martin, which I guess she was in the first one, but since I didn't see the first one, I don't know how big of a role she played there, but she plays there. And Viola,
She was
whatever.
big in the first movie.
Was she big in the first
Yeah.
movie? So I see you saw that.
Yeah, this is my mom's favorite movie.
Is it really?
Yeah, my mom loves this
'Cause
movie.
Here's the thing. I went to see the first one,
Yeah.
but I can't say I saw it because I got probably a third or halfway through it, and I walked out.
Yeah,
I was like,
this
fuck
is who this is appealing to. Is like those older folk, but younger
exactly.
than you.
Exactly.
My mother, man, that's who's appealing to. Just my mom.
Well, they do say that Hispanics are the poor man's Greeks.
No, you're talking shit about this. Like this isn't real. Like they live down the street. No, this is my family. I have uncles and that have never lived right next door to cousins.
Really?
This is my dad's side of the family.
It is a thing. Like that
it's
was
real.
the big appeal of the first movie. There's a lot of ethnic families. Like they would show them film. They would film people coming out and saying like, "Oh, that's just like my family. We're just like that." And I was like, "Oh, you poor thing."
Because you're in Texas, so that's how Hispanic culture is. I have my grandmother lives right next to her mom, so my great grandmother who's still alive, she has never lived more than 2 miles away from me.
It's disturbing.
It is.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry if y'all live like that, but it's fucking disturbing. Nobody can invite anything over new. That poor girl gets a date, and they're about to a gang beat down that the dude that picks her up. It's also kind of weird how you have the mom Tula in the movie, and because she's the character, the central character that we have to follow, all the problems are put on her. Like this whole family is fucked up, and they always come to her to ask her to fix the problems for them.
And she's always so put upon. And I don't know. Through most of the movie, I was more tired of her than everybody else.
You know what?
Because she kept playing the martyr. Like everybody else, they were just who they were.
Yeah.
They were true to themselves. But she was the one who was always kind of like, where her husband's going like, hey, can we get back to having sex? We haven't fucked in a long time.
Yeah,
I know my family. He's kind of like,
Man, fuck your family.
exactly.
Nah, fuck him because he never says anything. And
You know what? John Corbett always plays that role.
Yeah, and
Of
you know,
being a nice boyfriend, a nice husband.
the nice dude, yeah.
Who's just kind of like, all right, come on, get your shit together.
and they know
please.
that it's they know that a lot of females are gonna go see this, so they had John Corbin play that dude who will put up with all of her shit because women want that kind of guy. Like when my mama come over here, you know, causing trouble, I want you to put up with her shit too. They want that kind of dude right there. No, that dude's a pussy, man. That dude should have said, y'all get y'all Greek asses the fuck out my house.
Take this hummus with you.
Goddamn feta cheesy, smelling motherfuckers, get out of my goddamn house.
Take a Lysol and clean up all this olive oil.
Yeah, yeah, man. It kind of made me mad. And you're right. She's playing the martyr. She opens up the movie talking about, well, you know, I had choices in life, but I guess as long as I'm working the same shitty restaurant with my father, I'm okay. And it's like, no, you know, go shut the fuck up. I'll choose your dreams.
Thank you. Either do it or don't do it, but don't talk about
And
it.
don't make no movie about it.
Or get off the pot.
Pretty much. It is. Andrea Martin, the reason why I love her in the movie, because she's the only Greek that is in and out and says, fuck all y'all, I'm doing what I got to do. And I see I got to come in all the time and clean up everybody's trouble. And Andrea Martin is just funny, too.
Take your husband on a date. Don't worry about anything. Manayaya and I will stay with Paris. I'll talk to her. I'll scare her out of moving away from her family.
No, Thea.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Not really.
You know,
That's older Mia, man. That's
that is, right? That's my girlfriend.
Now let me pick up my dog. Let's go.
Yeah. If you cross my girlfriend with Cruella DeVille, you got that shit.
That's why she's in and out of the movie. She got to go see those puppies.
Yeah,
Is that what you went to Turkey for to film this, man?
to get 100 more chihuahuas to make a coat out of.
Well, that's the thing, man. I mean, like there's so much to not like about this movie, but I found like, okay, I'm going to find something. And what I liked were the older veteran actors, Andrew Martin, Michael Constantine, Lainey Kazan, like the grandparents. So it's like, you know what? Yeah, this is a shitty sitcom plot they've been thrown into, but they seem like true to their characters, and they
do.
They had some subtlety to their performances, and even like the old great grandmother who didn't say a lot. She was a cartoon character a lot of times, but she even had some moments that were like really good. And I was like, man, if they could have just focused on the four of them and cut out all those cousins, they could have turned this into something.
Like Joey, what's his name?
Joey Fatone.
Joey Fatone from the
that's a
same
waste,
group.
man.
Yeah, they only put him in the movie because they got to cover some there's some politically correct social issue that's going on right now.
You know, it's funny they make it sound like a thing like, hey, it's okay. It's like the Greeks invented that. So.
Yeah, if you know what we mean.
Because they spend a lot of time going, Greeks invented that. Greeks invented every word. You can name a word. That's a Greek word. I'm like, well, you know, anal sex, that's kind of a Greek thing,
Greeks
too.
invented fucking dudes in the ass, too. So, yeah. Why you think that olive oil was there? That wasn't for eating. That was lube at one time. But no, you know, there's some good things that are in there. Like I said, Andrea Martin, I like her, man, because she looks better as she got older.
Well, she's got on a ton of makeup.
Yeah,
too.
she got on a ton of makeup, and she probably has some work done to her. If you don't know her,
But she's always been so funny.
and that's the thing, man. Y'all don't know who she is. You don't know who she is, do you?
No.
She was from
SCTV back in the day.
Oh.
Yeah, she was from this show
he's
called.
like,
I don't know, man.
She was from this show called SCTV, and she played a lot of characters on SCTV because that's what they did. It was a sketch comedy show, but she played a character named Prini Sclereso. Do you remember that, the woman that couldn't talk English, and they always put in these things where?
Oh yeah.
And SCTV also, what was so cool about it, man? Talk about getting away with shit. They did some shit back in the day that you will never see today.
In Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly happen. Loto?
That was a better fight than Batman v Superman. That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah, if you're not watching, Joe Flaherty's a character on the show. He punched her ass out just for talking.
You heard the pop.
Yeah, you heard the pop. Yeah, you never see some shit like that today. Or maybe you would. But, you know, and Martin is right, man. The funniest thing about the movie, the thing that keeps me from really hating this, is that there's a lot of funny old people in here.
Yeah.
All the funny old people, they're just mad, or they're walking around babbling about crazy shit.
And it's not the old people who like, I'm a cuss and say something nasty just to make you laugh. They don't do, that's the one cliche they managed to avoid.
Yeah, they actually have plot lines in there. Like one dude keeps trying to prove to other people like I'm a descendant of Alexander the Great, and people like shut your old ass up.
And then his brother from the old country comes.
Yeah,
Salamanca from Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
and they have this angry rivalry with each other.
If it's just something funny about old people just funny. You know, I mean, if they were kids, then it would probably be a little more cliched. But being that they're old people, it's just something about seeing them.
Especially these actors in particular.
Yeah, and you know, when you see that part of the family come about, and you see how these old people are just set in their ways, and they're trying to keep things together, and you do get little scenes of everybody trying to change the tradition. It's what keeps me from hating this movie, because really I was hating this at first. It's some bullshit, man. I said, these people are really sick. But
yeah, after telling you how I walked out the first one, I was just like wanting to go like, see?
Yeah, I know. But I ain't gonna lie. There were moments in the movie that actually made me laugh. And the thing about small laughs, I didn't get any big laughs, but I got little chuckles here and there, like genuine, like make me feel good chuckles. They weren't front loaded at the beginning of the movie. They were near the end. Mm-hmm. So, and they were kind of interspersed throughout, but it allowed me to leave in a better mood. So I'm giving this low rental, because it's still bullshit when you get it.
You know, that's the thing. I came out thinking just rental, just because it ends better than it starts, but I can't deny everything when I had to get to that point. So it does end up being more of a low rental. I mean, look, if you're already into this kind of movie, I think you'll like this one. You maybe even more than the first one. But if you're just coming in cold, it's like, it's a little too much, I don't know, just broad comedy that's not that funny. But it's a nice thing. Hey, you know what? You got parents who are not going to want to go see Batman v Superman, and you got people who are just don't want to see some bullshit. Yeah. So, hey, maybe this is something to do instead.
Is this a good date movie? Is it a good date movie? Like, would your girlfriend like?
Go to date with your mom.
If your if your girlfriend is lame,
if you dating a cougar.
Because this is the kind of movie where, you know, y'all a poor family. You and grandma been in the house all day. Y'all getting on each other's nerves. Go to the movies. You go see Batman. You drop ass off over here to watch my big fat Greek wedding. Drop up big fat ass off to go see my big fat Greek wedding, and everybody be happy. So,
I feel like nobody's going to really be happy.
Yeah,
they'll start fighting.
Ray's mom will be.
My mom loves it shit, but. Like I said, it reminds me. Even just seeing the trailer, it's like, this is my family.
This is what you could take for Mother's Day.
Yeah, take your mom to see it. She'll love you. You'll be the golden
boy.
Or
you and your grandmama might walk out and you be so mad at the Batman, you might hit her ass like, fuck you, grandma.
A basket is
Family's always in my business.
Keep your eyeballs open for a nice Greek boy, so one day you can make babies.
They follow me everywhere. I need some air.
Your mom felt the same way about being Greek.
Florida, Texas, New York. These are the colleges I'm applying to. Why do you want to leave me?
Payback.